Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to another session of Ask the Expert. Today, I am very happy to bring you the latest improvements that MyHeritage did to the family tree view. This is something I have been experiencing for a couple of weeks already. Some of you were chosen to have early access, but now it's rolled out and everybody is using the same view. So let's go and let me show you what's new in here. My name is Daniel Horowitz, and I have been dedicated to genealogy since 1986. I was the teacher and study guide editor of the Family History Project Searching for My Roots in Venezuela for 15 years. I am involved in crowdsourced digitization and transcription projects, and I hold a board level position at the Israel Genealogy Research Association. More important than all that, especially for today's session, is that I am working at MyHeritage since 2006, very happily liaising with genealogy societies, bloggers, and media, and lecturing in conferences around the world or virtually, just as I am doing today. Now, this, as the experts, if you don't know yet, it's a hand-on 30-minute session where I'm going to demonstrate a particular feature, and then we will open the microphones to everybody. So let's go right there. Let's jump into myheritage.com. And probably you already saw this pop-up menu when you come to the family tree. And this is already telling you that we have a new design, we have a new fresh look, and we, at least we think, and I guess that's the general comment as well, we actually improved a little bit more the way you do research. But take note of this email address, treebeta@myheritage.com, because even though we already released the final version, we always want to hear about your feedback. And who knows, maybe we will be able to improve this even a little bit more. So right from the beginning, you notice the difference. There is no more pink and blue. Now everything is white and gray. Everything looks quite nice, quite clean, quite fresh, but there are many other changes that you can see in the family tree. One of the first ones that you are already seeing is that the relationship diagram change. Well, it actually got better and very much improved because now not only you're able to see the relationship to people that are further away from you in the family tree, but it's even also a nicer diagram. Let me get into a place where the relationships, it's a little bit longer and probably more complicated. And when you click to view here in the left panel, the relationship, this is how it's going to open. So you can see that allegedly from myself, it goes up a couple of generations until my great-grandfather, and then the brother, and then go down to the son. I have seen this way more complicated, especially going through my wife, which is great because a lot of people sometimes ask me, and I have really no way of saying and finding out how we are related because it's from my wife, second cousin twice removed, that marriage, the cousin from I don't know where, and it's really impossible. Well, these designs, believe me, will tell you exactly how you are related. Now, the good thing is also that you can actually print this in a very nice way. So you can either do a right click and save as, and you will have this image, or you can just click the printer and you will get also there the image. So that is one thing. If we are already in the left panel, okay, let's keep going and see that we kept the research this person, but we just made the icons a little bit rounded, and they will take now less space. Below that, in here, you're only seeing the smart matches, but it will be the same for smart matches and record matches. You will see the green and the brown icon right there. And the good news is that as you can read, we're telling you the amount of pending and the amount of confirmed matches. I know a lot of you ask many, many times. You don't want to know how many matches you have in total. You want to know how many you're pending to review. So now you know exactly how many are pending, and you can click here and get directly to the page where those pending matches, either smart matches or record matches, are waiting for you. The next section is the photos and videos, and you can add more right from here, or you can view all of them. Biography, and you can add here more information. And the next one will be the immediate family members, and you can display or hide that at your convenience. So if you want to navigate across the tree, you can do that just by clicking on the names, and now the tree move to center to the person that you're researching now, and the information in the left panel is going to change accordingly. From here, you can also click to add another person, and we will show you the same spider, but in more matching colors and design to the new one, and you will be able to add close relatives over there. Now, below that, you will have fact information according to what you have recorded in your tree. And at the very bottom, we will offer you to order or upload DNA tests for living individuals. So right from here, you can also view and process your DNA projects. Now, if you have a DNA already uploaded to MyHeritage, you will see that under the discovery. You will see the smart matches, the record matches, and we will notice that the person has a DNA test taken over there. Now, one other thing, let's go back to the family tree. You will notice that we change a little bit on how the incentivizers to add new people look like, so it will not take as much space as it did before. So now you have here add a father or a mother to this person, and also the discovery panel. So now we have some discoveries based on Tara, and you can see that you can add up to 11 people over there. And we tell you exactly the branch now that you're able to go and to add thanks to this discovery. As usual, you have the pencil, and this will display the usual form where you can put all the basic information or go to the advanced or more detailed facts about a person. When the person doesn't have a photo, we still display the camera, and when you click on the camera, we'll show you the option to upload a picture over here. And the general image, instead of being square, is now round, because that is what the world and the social media are getting us used to. Now, I do know somebody very dear to me asked me even on an email, and I wanted to make sure that she is here to hear the answer, because she says that this design is now cutting the faces of the people here. So what you can do is you can go into the person and you can click on the left, I'm sorry, here on the left side, the left side panel, you will see that the camera will appear when you have the option to edit the photo. And then you can move, zoom in and move the picture and make sure that the face is centered. And yes, I totally agree that we're showing here you a rectangle and over there it's a circle. I already made a note for Uri about that. But when you move the picture, the personal picture or the picture in the tree is also going to change, and you're going to be able to see it more centered. So if you're not happy with the automatic display that we have here, you can change it at any point in time. After all, is your tree. Now, talking about how you see your tree, you will notice that I have been playing here with the plus and the minuses that you see on the lower right corner. And one thing that for many weeks I have been very frustrated is that I used to just use the wheel in the mouse. I have a Windows computer, and by going with that mouse, by rolling that wheel, the old tree was zooming in and out. So they decided that they're not going to make that responsive anymore. And I still find myself going with the wheel, and all what I do is moving a little bit back and forth. And then I remember, oh yes, I need to go here. So the wheel will go now up and down, but very small movements for my taste. You can complain or you can praise this with support with no problem. Now you can still see your family tree full screen or go out of here. You can always click on the house and that will center the family tree on yourself in the screen. So if I remember correct, those are pretty much all the improvements that we have done in the tree. So let's go to the number of generations. We still show you between 1 and 5, and this will allow you to see more or less people to your family tree, depending how many people you have here. You can see that I still use the antennas. Now they are gray, so not gender related. And you can see all these incentivizers and the discoveries right here. The tree looks a little bit more compact, but also you will notice that you're actually seeing more people in the tree. And the reason for that is because right here under the generation, we added an option to show cousins of the main person. So if I click here and I disable this, you will see less people, okay? Because I'm not seeing my cousins right here. And this is also a feedback we got from a lot of people. You wanted to see more and more and more, and the space was very tight, but we managed to show you cousins and other relatives right here. Now, if you still think that the space is not 100% accurate to what you would like, I have more good news for you. Because if you go to the setting wheel right here, we actually have another way to see this tree. And this is by showing the vertical cards. You see right here where it says new. When I click there, all the tree is going to be collapsed. And now, let me take out this from here for a second and minimize it a little bit. You see that now you see more people by a screen with this collapse view. And if you scroll or if you zoom in, you see how the names and the dates and the places will all appear right in front of you. So you will be able to see more information. Now, I do know that some people complain about these empty places here, these incentivizers, because sometimes you don't have any more people to show over there. Well, right here is where you can select if you want to show those cards in order to suggest you to add more parents. Most of the preference here or the settings here are the same. I don't see now, I think it's right here. No, these are the pluses below. Okay, here, show cards for adding parents, meaning that the last generation that you will have, that is going to be the last generation showed, and your tree is going to be actually more clean and without all those incentivizer icons right there. So, yep, this is pretty much all what we have done. We keep improving this. We keep adding more features. We want to hear what you think about. Left panel is still going out as always when you click on the card of the person or the arrow here. And just to make sure that I don't miss anything and you don't miss anything, I'm going to suggest you to visit the blog, the MyHeritage, the blog.myheritage.com, where we have a very extensive post that will show you the difference between the old view and the new view, both on the tree and on the panel, and will give you a more detailed explanation about everything. Yes, also the birthdays and anniversary reminders change a little bit to be more according to this. And let me go over it very fast just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, yes, I actually did. You see, good thing, because now in the left panel, below the discoveries that I mentioned, is that I didn't have anything here to show, but now we will tell you if there is a consistency issue for that specific person. So you will know if you should be doing a little bit more of research or cleaning up that person. Photos and videos, the bio, DNA test, and the settings of the card. I know I'm going very fast. It's just for you to see how detailed this is. Okay, so now we can go back to the presentation, and I will allow you to open your microphones in just one more second. Before that, I would like to remind you about the knowledge base, and hopefully, yes, I am putting all those URLs in the chat. You will be able to visit there and to learn a little bit more, not only about how to be better genealogists, but also watching videos, webinars, and reading articles on how to manage better your MyHeritage account. If you want to see more webinars, Family Tree webinars from Legacy has all what you want. Free webinars about MyHeritage and other interesting subjects. And we are preparing, and you are all invited to register to Webtember. That is how we have renamed the month of September, because we are going to give you 30 live and pre-recorded webinars during the whole month of September. So no better time to improve your genealogy skills, and it's totally free. The invitation is, as always, for you to join all of us and the Zoom session and voice your questions after the few minutes I dedicate to the specific feature. And one registration will grant you access to all these sessions that we are doing every Thursday. Recordings goes immediately into the Facebook page, and a few weeks after into the education page as well. Okay, so now it's time for you to ask the questions, and I already know I answer at least one from my dear friend Ingrid. I do know that some of you send me questions by email, but I really prefer to allow you just to unmute and voice your question. All you need to do is just wave or raise your hand, just as Irene is doing right now. So Irene, how can I help you today?
I'm just unmuting. A few weeks ago, you talked about adding, when you get a smart match that has a picture of the person in it and or an actual document. I've forgotten how you said to move that onto your document. If I wanted to move that picture into my document, how do I do it?
Well, after you confirm the match, either pops up automatically or you click where it says save information. And the first thing that you will see on your screen is an option to copy the image from the other tree into your tree. You will see an arrow right next to the image. If you don't see it, it means that the other person has its photo album private. So I will suggest you anyhow to contact the other person, to exchange information, and to request access and the actual picture for you to add it into your tree.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Excellent. Pleasure. Sandy, go ahead. What's your question today?
Well, hello there again. Today it's on, I love these new improvements. They're terrific. In the biography section on the new the panel, the left-hand panel, is that private or is that open for everyone? And if it is open, where do you put private notes?
Okay, so let me remind you that what you're seeing here is as a user, okay? If I will be visiting this website, you will not see information about living individuals and also not any biography or notes. Okay. If you want to make private notes for even hidden for your own family relatives, I will suggest you to use the software, because over there you can write notes and you can be more specific about privacy, facts and details and people in the website, like reflected on the website when you sync between your software and the website.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, pleasure. And I see more people here waving. I just want to address before I give Charles the option to unmute their microphone. Ingrid and Ken and we are very, very sad, and I agree with you that, and they notice it, that the black ribbon on the corner of the image actually disappeared from the tree. It still appears in the profile page. It still appears right here, but in the left panel and in the tree, it actually disappear. According to the designers, the ribbon didn't look good when we're talking about a round image. But what do I know? I am just the genealogist. Who did I said? Charles, yes, I lost you for a moment. Go ahead, unmute yourself and ask your question. Go ahead, Charles.
Hello. Yes, I'm relatively new to MyHeritage. I wasn't even very good at the old one before I'm trying to navigate the improvements. But I had a question about a suggestion that I would get about a record, a match, a suggested match where, for example, it says my grandfather, and it says, is this person the same person? Well, it's not the same person, but it's my grandfather's brother. And I would like to add my grandfather's brother to my tree, but if I just click no, well, that goes away. And how do I recover that record?
Well, Charles, thank you very much for attending and for sending me that question over the email so I can understand exactly what is your dilemma. And yes, well, what I figured out is that definitely you should say no, because this is not the same person. But what I would do is I will copy the information like manually. Remember pen and paper? Whatever we're showing you on the screen, and then add that to your family tree. Eventually, if not immediately, we will give you that smart match, that suggestion again, but with the right person, because we're going to notice that the information now for the brother of your grandfather matches better the other person, and you already said that this is not your grandfather. Okay, so we need to work here together. You may see different information in the other tree, and that's why I suggest you to copy it. Yeah, I will not say yes just to go to the next step. Just say no if it's a mistake, and yes, name repeats often in families, and sometimes, you know, algorithms still think that is the same person. Just say no so we can learn about that and present you the suggestion in the right place.
Thank you.
Pleasure. James, I see you there in the corner waiting patiently with your hand up. What is your question for today?
Hi, my question for today relates to some of the pending matches. When I go to a pending match, that the one I'm looking at right now is a newspaper article about a cousin, and I do not have an option to reject it. I can just confirm the match, and I want to reject it so it disappears from my.
Are you talking about a smart match or a record match?
It's a record match.
It's a record match. Okay. If I remember correct, we do have options for record matches. Let me show you right here. So I have a record match for this person. Okay. Yeah, let me use this one. Okay. And when I go into the review match, not here, but going further in, you will have this confirm right here, or you have this reject match down here.
Yep, I see it. Thank you.
Okay, so yes, the options that you have before will be to ignore this person, and this is in the case that this person is not really relevant to your research, or for whatever reason you don't want to go further with that.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Okay, pleasure. We still have time for one more questions. Let's see. I see Hope asking a very particular question. I will answer in a few seconds. Any other questions? Questions going once? Question going twice? Sabine, just on time.
Can you hear me this time?
Yes, I can hear you
Oh,
perfectly.
God.
Excellent.
Thank you. Sometimes, as just today, I come across a person that has the same name, actually even the same birth dates and place, but it's wrong connected to another parent.
Mhm. In your
Now,
tree or in somebody else's tree?
my tree.
Okay.
And I didn't know what to do, so I just added next to my to the name, I don't know, Johann Adam, let's say, that he is the one that belongs to that parents, plural. I didn't know what to do else to let everybody else know, whoever will get these matches in the future, that there are two people with the same name, say Johann Adam with the surname Hasenstab, but his parents are different. So I don't know what can I do to let anybody know that I have documentation about his parents being not Matthias, but being, I forgot the name now, whatever, Joseph.
Okay, so Sabine, let me see if I can understand perfectly the question. A little bit complicated for the hour, but I'm not going to leave you without the answer. So let's say that in here, this is in your tree. You have, for example, Evelyn, and Evelyn is attached as a kid of Joseph and Bepi, but you're saying that she's not Joseph and Bepi's daughter, right?
Right.
Okay. So again, if this is in your tree, first of all, is because you put it there. And we all make mistakes, so don't feel bad. What you need to do is make sure that you have the left panel, and I'm going to go a little bit fast on that, but you can see it on the recording, or you can find further detailed instructions on how to do this on the help section. You go to the three dots right here, and you say that you want to remove the connection from the parents, okay?
Sorry?
You go here, three dots. Okay, more.
That's a misunderstanding now.
Okay.
Obviously, this person did exist, but he is the offspring of another couple.
Yes, 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 I know.
Okay.
I know, I understood.
Okay.
I'm not going to delete the person. I'm just going to remove its connection to the parents, okay? If the person was actually married as well, I will have here an option to select to remove it either from the parents or from the spouse. So you can remove it from the parents. Once you remove her, and I'm not going to do that because that will mess up my tree, then you can find it on the tree, or you will see it only floating alone in the tree. You can come back to the more button and you can say, okay, now I want to connect her to an existing person in case that the parents already existed. If they don't exist, you will see here the plus, and or you can click here to add a relative, and you will see the option to add a parents over there.
Yeah.
Got it?
But yeah, I know all about that, but you did misunderstand what I tried to say. I obviously didn't express myself very well.
Let's try it again.
I got a match. I don't know if it is a record match or if it is anything else, but I think it was a smart match.
Okay.
I wanted to let know the smart match person that there are two different Joseph Adams Hasenstabs.
Okay, okay. So it's not because it's in your tree, it's because it's in a match.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, very easy. You see this match is with somebody called Laura Smith.
Okay, I've written.
So
okay.
I will go here, I will contact Laura.
Fine.
And I will simply tell her that this match, for whatever reason, is incorrect. The other way will be if this, like, okay, you're saying this is the right person, but she has the parents incorrectly. So yeah, I would just contact the other person and alert
Okay.
him about that.
Love me, thanks.
Okay, pleasure. James, I'm very sorry. I know you have another question, but I really don't want to extend more than the 30 minutes, and we're already on the 35. I will invite you, please, to come next week, 1 p.m. New York time, and I promise that if you raise your hand right at the beginning, you will be the first one asking the questions. Until then, please, please, please take very good care of yourself. Take advantage of this time to do a little bit more of genealogy, and I hope to see you all next week. Goodbye, everybody. Have a lovely weekend.